Hello YouTube, it's the Drunken Kobold here, today with another requested video. This one comes from Facebook and is a request on how to build a Pathfinder 2e character sheet. I absolutely love Pathfinder 2e and I haven't actually gotten a chance to build my own character yet, so this walkthrough is actually going to be for both of us, the viewers, and myself. So first, we're going to name our character Traka. We're going to put my name there. This is a level 1 character, so it will have 0 experience and is level 1. The Pathfinder 2e book breaks this down into 10 steps. I break it down into 6. So first you start with your ability scores. You have 10 in each. That is your starting standard array for Pathfinder 2e. And then this step normally doesn't come until later. I do this now so that I can do more things in the blocks needed. So first we get to put a 2 in 4 skills. So we're going to put that into dexterity, strength, constitution, and intelligence. I should probably specify that we are building a goblin rogue. Next, we are going to be doing the ancestry and heritage. So we are choosing goblin. Ancestries start on page 32. Goblins get a buff to dex, a buff to charisma, a free buff, which we are going to throw in constitution, and a debuff or ability flaw that goes in wisdom. Goblins are not the most wise of creatures. Goblins start with 6 HP. Their size is small. For alignment, we will choose lawful, evil. So class, we're going to build a goblin rogue. The traits, they are a goblin, humanoid. All right. Now, our speed comes from our ancestry. We get 25 speed. For languages, we take Goblin, Common, Dwarvish, and Orcish. Goblin, Common, Dwarvish, and Orcish. You get Goblin and Common to start, and you get one more language per +1 that is in your intelligence. By the time we are done this build, we will have a +2. Our special sense is Dark Vision. That goes down into our special here. Sorry, I just typed special. Dark Vision. We also get to choose a heritage at this level. So we are going to choose the Unbreakable Goblin. And he gets a max HP of 10 as opposed to the Goblin's regular 6. We get to choose our class feat. On our class feat, our ancestry feat. Ancestry is what replaces race in 2e. So we are going to choose Very Sneaky because we are building a goblin thief. Now, choosing Very Sneaky at level 1 locks us into a very specific set of ancestry feats. So you can record these now. You don't have to, or your DM may not allow you to, but you get nothing at 5th. You get Cave Climber at 9th. The other 9th level 9 feat requires Goblin weapon familiarization at level 1, and so does the other option at level 13. So you get very, very sneaky, which, you know, pretty lame name if you ask me, but all right. And then our heritage. Let me take a look here. I just got to verify really quickly here something. Yes, that is where I type the Unbreakable Goblin. Okay, so heritage is Unbreakable Goblin. All right, now we go to our background. Our background can start on page 35. The backgrounds start on page 35. No, not 35. They start on page 60 and go to 64. There are 35 backgrounds to choose from. We are going to be choosing the criminal background. So let's put that in there. And each background comes with 2 ability boosts. We are going to put 1 in dexterity and 1 in intelligence. Our background gives us training in stealth and a lore known as underworld lore. Underworld lore. And we get the skill feat from our background called Experienced Smuggler. Your background skill feat basically is the feat that you come with that shows that, you know, you're not just a generic level 1 character, that you actually do have like training and skill in something. So, all right. Next, we are going to be doing our class information. As you see here, we are a rogue. So we do get a boost to Dex. So that brings us to 18. And we have 3 roguish rackets to choose from. That is going to be either Ruffian, Thief, and one other that I cannot remember at the moment. We are choosing Thief. So we do get the dexterity. The other ones give you a choice of like intelligence or strength. We are expert at perception. We have a training in fortitude, expert in reflex, and expert in will. From our class, we get stealth, but because we already have stealth from our background, we're actually going to choose another very common rogue one, and that is going to be society. And then because we are a thief, we get thievery. All right, now those are all trained skills. Now, because we have a +2 to intelligence from our ability scores, right? Yes, +2. We are actually going to be getting 9 skills right here that we can choose from. So we're going to choose acrobatics, arcana, athletics, deception, diplomacy, intimidation. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Occultism, survival, and performance. We are trained in simple weapons. We are not trained in martial. We do have trainings in other weapons. So we can mark that off here. We have it in the rapier, the sap, short bow, and short sword. We are also trained in unarmed. Armed. If you go up to our armor here, we are trained in unarmored and light. And then our class DC is our key skill, which for rogues is dexterity. So we get a 4 there. We are just only trained in our class DC. Anything that is trained is a 2 plus your level. So 3. So that gives us a base to class DC of 17. Your class DC is, say you're making a an attack or an action against an opponent and they want to attempt to resist it. It is often the class DC that they have to beat. Our HP is 8 plus our Constitution modifier. We have a +2 in Constitution, so that is going to give us another 10 hit points. You gain hit points equal to your class hit points. So in the rogue's case, it's 8 plus your Constitution modifier every level. You don't roll for them. Your starting hit points from your ancestry, you only roll with once. Our proficiency for fortitude is 3. Our reflex is 5, and our will is 5. If you look up here in proficiency, untrained gets 0. Trained gets your level +2. Expert 4 plus level. Master 6 plus level. Legendary 8 plus level. Your constitution here is a 2. Your dex is a 4. And your wisdom is a -1. So that is going to be 5, 9, and 4. For your saving throws, we're going to put those here now. 4, 2, 2, -1, and 1. All right. Now, because we are rogues, we get 2 class features to start. One is the sneak attack, and the other is the surprise attack. I won't be going into the feats of the rogue for feat 1, feat 2, feature 3, feature 4, etc. Simply because there is so much choice of what you can have. Skill feats here, you can see that you gain 1 every 2nd level. The rogues gain 1 every level. And you get a couple features at level 7 here. So the character sheet isn't quite 100% made for every class. It's made for the average class. Next, we are going to do our hero points really quickly. We are level 1. We start with 1. Next, we are going to deal with our strikes here. We are proficient with the rapier and short sword and daggers from our simple weapons. So we will put a rapier here because we're going to be buying one of those. And we're going to be buying a dagger. Now, when you see, if you look here, you'll see that the damage says strength for thievery and swashbucklers. If you are a swashbuckler from, I believe it is the advanced player's guide, you actually can use your dex here. It is still your strength here though. So 4, 4, and 4. Oh, we don't have 2 weapons there. Strength, and this is why you actually want to try and get something in your strength. Not necessarily a lot, but you have strength, which is 1, 1. We will be trained with these, so we will have a 3 and a 3. So our roll on here is going to be 4 and 4 that we add to our strike to hit their AC. The rapier is 1d6 and has the deadly d8 option and has the finesse option. The dagger is a 1d4 and has the thrown 10 feet versatile small and has finesse. All right. So that is your weapons there. We don't have any ranged weapons to start, and I will explain why. But if you want, you can just put your 4, 4, 4, and your prof of 3, assuming that you are using short bows or magical short bows. You will have to alter if you're not. All right, so that is our strikes filled out. Acrobatics, we have a 4. Arcana, we have a 2. Strengths, we have a 1. Charisma, we have a 1. Diplomacy, we have a 1. Charisma, we have a 1. Intelligence, we have a 2. Intelligence 2. Charisma 1. Intelligence 2. Dex is 4, 4, and -1. And then because we are proficient in all of these, we get a 3. 3 across the board. Proficiency is replacing ranks in D&D, not D&D, Pathfinder 2e. So there is that to be considered. As you can see, like, you actually start with a higher proficiency at level 1 than you do in D&D, and you start with effectively more ranks everywhere with this. Your proficiency bonus can in theory go up to as much as 28, with your modifiers being at perhaps a max of 5. If you cap out at 20, you are looking at being able to have up to a plus 33 on your rolls. That is absolutely nuts. There is absolutely no way to do that in D&D 5e. So they have captured a lot of the essence of the original Pathfinder while bringing some of the original D&D's system over. So 7, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 5, 7, 2, and 7. All right. So next, we're going to have to work on our armor class. In order to do this, we are going to need equipment. Equipment starts on page 271. For the simplicity of this build, we are actually just going to be using the starting packs on 289. They start you with, if you are buying your own equipment, you start with 15 gold that you can use to purchase gear. The starting pack takes a chunk of your gold and leaves you with a sufficient amount of gold left. So the money left over for this is 5 gold and 9. Oh, no, that is the price. You get 9 gold. 9 gold. And how many silver left over? 6. All right. Now, your starting pack, let me just put this here, gives you leather armor, So we will put that in our worn items. Leather armor. Leather armor does have a bulk of 1. Your adventures pack has a bulk of 2. Your dagger is considered light, so we will put dagger here. That is light. Light, and your rapier has a bulk of 1. Next is your climbing kit. So that can go in your other items because it is not readied and it is not worn. Your climbing kit has a bulk of 1. And then you have your sheath. We will put our sheath in other items. And that has a bulk of negligible. You can buy thieves' tools for 3 gold, so we will do that. Thieves' tools go into our other items. Thieves' tools. And the thieves' tools have a bulk of light. And you're probably wondering, what is this bulk I'm talking about? Well, instead of actually, calculating weight, what they do is you can now use your bulk. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bulk. And we have a strength modifier of 1. So you are encumbered when your strength modifier plus your base is less than the bulk that you carry, and you can only carry a max of your strength modifier plus 10. So in this case, 11. So we are not encumbered, and we have definitely not reached our maximum weight. Adding a second item here that has a bulk of 1 or higher will put it at encumbered. Light items that are marked with an L here, you can carry up to 10 of them before you get 1 bulk. And negligible items, you can carry unlimited amount of them. Not necessarily realistic, like you couldn't carry unlimited sheaths in real life, but it is so that you don't get bogged down with too many of the mechanics of the game. Now, our armor class is determined. We have no shield, so let's put a 0 there. Our item gives us a +1 to our AC and has a cap of +4. So how the cap works, so if your cap is +4 and you only have a +3, you put your +3 here under Dex, or if you have, say, a Dex modifier of 5 and your cap is 4, you get the 4. Leather armor is light, so we are trained and get our proficiency bonus. So we add this across the table and we get a base AC of 18. That is pretty reasonable if you ask me. Our current HP is 20 because we are at max. We have currently no resistance or immunities or conditions. Deity is a deity you get to choose. We have no items boosting our class DC. Perception. We are proficient with perception. We have expert perception. So we get 4 plus our level, 5 wisdom. We have a -1 to, meaning that we have a total perception of 4. All our skills are done. All our strikes are done. With the pack, we got our dagger and our rapier, which is why we put those here. It does leave you with some gold and silver left over, so you could buy more gear. Just make sure you watch your bulk there. So here's some things that you can do with your character. You can draw out your character. We'll give my goblin an age of 17. I don't see goblins living much longer than that. We will say that they are male and prefer he, him. Height, he's about 4 feet and has a weight of about 7. I don't know if that's a fat goblin, an over skinny goblin, or whatnot. I'm just spitballing there. Actions and activities. You can go through your core rulebook to find which actions and activities and free actions and reactions you get. We don't need to worry about spells. We are not arcane. Our campaign notes. Our campaign notes, you can write those during your game. So your allies, for instance, would be the party, enemies, other goblins. Keyboard's a little sticky there. So yeah, no, like I said, the feats here, you fill those out as you choose them. Lots of DMs might not like you filling these out ahead of time. Like I said, with the goblin, it kind of gave you a very specific path, so you didn't need to. Skill feats. So because I'm a rogue, I actually just do this. First level and second level. And then third level. And then fourth level. So that is just something you can do so that way you have your feats, your general feats. You get a 3rd, 7th, 11th, 15th, and 19th as normal. Features at 7th, you get 3 of them. So you could just type them all across here. And yeah, that is exactly how to build a Pathfinder 2e character. It does have some differences from D&D 5e. It is very different from Pathfinder. Like I said, hit points, you don't roll for them ever. Your scores, you don't roll for them. If you do roll for them, there is a different system. There is a way to buff things higher. You can't buff anything past 18 during character creation for a level 1 character. You can for other higher level characters if they've gotten the ability of score improvement, but the rules for that do apply. So yeah, that is the start of building a Pathfinder 2e character. Do you feel like there's anything I've missed here? I don't see anything I've missed, but like I said, I'm relatively new to this myself. Did you like this? Did you find it helpful? Let me know in the comments down below. If you feel I deserved it, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. That is all for now. Cheers, and may the rolls be with you.